Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Just a quick weekly wrap up here. It wasn't a very exciting weekend in contrast to the previous weekends, which in fact actually were quite exciting. Yeah, let's take still a look at the weekly candle close, which is coming up. Obviously, what we usually see is still some volatility from Sunday towards Monday. We are a few hours away from the weekly candle close here, only 3.5 hours. And yeah, normally at least in the last few weeks, there was always quite significant price action from Sunday to Monday. I always realize when I wake up on Monday here in the UK and the price has changed quite a bit. And a few of those changes were quite significant. But it will be probably a green weekly candle close. Hard to believe it will turn into the red in those few hours. Overall, here, what we can see in the best case here on the chart from the low, at 17,500, we have created a first impulsive wave up here in purple. That's still how I count it. We've then come down in a three-wave. I mean, that's a three-wave structure here, a very clear three-wave structure. That is then the wave 2. All of this here then is currently part of the wave 3 in purple, which will be somewhere, or we should, based on the Fibonacci extension targets, end somewhere around 26,500. That is all based on the Elliott Wave method, those Fibonacci extensions. And what we do, we can just to show you really, you take the low from the wave 1 to the high of the wave 1 to the low of the wave 2. That gives you the Fibonacci extensions. And here 26.5K would be the target for this wave 3 in purple. That is why it is up here. And that would be sort of the minimum target actually. And normally, or very often, they are actually exceeded those targets for the wave 3 in the crypto market. So we could even see higher prices, maybe even 28K or even 31K. Yeah, that would be a significant one if we really get above 31K in a wave 3. That would be a pump, honestly. So again, in the best case, we are in this wave 3. That would be the bullish scenario, absolutely. And in this wave 3, we might be in the early stages of the sub waves. So as I already said in the previous video, we could count this as a wave 1. I've adjusted the wave counts a little bit to a kind of a diagonal pattern here for this wave 1. You can count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then this here was a 3-wave move down, A, B, and the C is probably just unfolding. That is how I see it at the moment, that we actually haven't seen this wave 2 yet. That is still the possibility. It's a bit slow, that whole, what's unfolding here at the moment. Therefore, I still think we have maybe another corrective wave to come, especially as it seems to be rolling over here now. We've broken out of this ascending wedge at the moment. And so there's two possibilities for me that I'm looking at here at the moment. One possibility, and that is, the closest possibility. Therefore, this is the one that I'm currently going with. Primary expectation would be that here the wave 1 peaked and we came down in a wave A. That's actually a 5-wave move. Moved up in a 3-wave move in a wave B. Not great, this kind of overshooting wave B, but possible. And then that would mean we would come down now in a wave C, which ideally would land below the low of the wave A. In an expanded flat pattern. That is just the next most likely pattern that you would then see here. And good target for that would be maybe here this wave 4 low around 20,800. Yeah, that is what I would see here as a good target. Possible next target would be here the wave 2 low at 20,200. Would that work in line with Fibonacci retracements? Let's take a look at that as well. Yes, absolutely. So 20,800 is sort of close here to the 38.2% Fib level, sort of in the region between the 38.2 and the 50% level. Absolutely. And the wave 2 low is pretty much the 78.6% Fib level. So at one of these, in one of these areas, I would expect it to land. So either between 20,900 and 20,700, or around here 20,140. Yeah, this is where the wave C should really end, but I think it might rather be a bit higher. Now, this is the sort of the view that is probably the closest. Until that gets invalidated, I'm going to follow this. Then, if this gets invalidated, and by the way, when would it be invalidated? It would be invalidated if we go below. Let me just think if we go below the low of 19,777, right now, so 19,800 pretty much. Yeah, if we go below this low here, yeah, in a wave 2, then it would be invalidated because then we just come down too much. Then the option would be that actually this wave 2 was never finished. This is the alternative count, that we have made a huge A, B, C, and actually that wave 2 in purple was never finished. Then we would probably get into this yellow target area here in the region between 18.8K and 19.6K. But again, until this other structure I just showed you gets invalidated, I'm going to go with that. And so far, I'm getting more and more a friend of the view that indeed we might be here in a bit of a preparation for a rally, that the low is already in. Now again, it's too early to confirm it, but we might really see a rally. I posted that a few weeks ago on Twitter anyway, that I do expect a rally that pretty much nobody expects. There are various reasons for it. I explained them all in the member live stream today. And again, any member can always watch them, rewatch them. There are a lot of reasons, in my opinion, for a rally. Now again, a rally doesn't need to mean that it needs to go to all-time highs from here. Yeah, it could just be a relief rally. It could be something that only reaches maybe 50K. Even if it is something that reaches 70K, that would still be very much in line with a possible recession, because that could just be a corrective rally to the upside, which might then crash down once more. So this is all possible, yeah, but at the moment I don't see it go much lower. And even if we break below this low here, 17,500, next support would be 16,900. That's a 78.6% FIB level. Below that, then we could really look at the 88.7% FIB level of, I believe it was 10.6K. But really, until we go below the 17.5K level, we can now count this impulsively. And therefore, we just need to be open to the idea that we might see a rally here. Yeah? For me, it is still absolutely not confirmed yet, because I want to get above this red zone here that I highlighted many times before. Until we get above that, said it before as well, there's a huge chance this might still roll over and come down. Unfortunately, we are in this sort of in-between space, in this turnaround space at the moment, where all of this could just still be a correction and we come down once more. But the higher we obviously go, the more resistance levels we take out, the more likely it is that we are actually climbing higher here. And when we can finally take this one out, which should happen in a bullish scenario here after the wave low, after the low of the wave 2 here, in this wave 3, then it is much more likely that we will see some more upside. First, probably into the region of 26.5, then 31K, and then sort of into the region 40, 48, and so on. So we're getting there, but there is a potential there. And the reason why I focus on this so much is basically because everybody else is still focusing on lower prices, and because we can. We can, for the first time in months, we can count an impulse to the upside, and it makes sense now because we reached target areas. Yeah, we reached my target area that I formulated 6-7 months ago, and therefore it now makes sense. Before, any impulse that might have emerged before didn't make any sense because we never fulfilled the higher level requirements to complete this correction. Now these are all complete, and therefore the chart has a chance to turn around. Well, I'll keep you updated about Bitcoin, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.